Good morning, everybody. How is it going? This is Johnny Guarco in the Real Life Trading Morning Pre-Market Show. What is happening, everybody? I hope everybody is doing well. It's Aloha Friday. Douglas, what is going on? Albert, Jason, PK, what is happening? We got a little bit of feedback. Can you all hear me okay? You got feedback on your side, or is all well? I got our YouTube live up and running. How's the sound? No feedback? All right. Sounds good. Sounds good. We finally did it. No feedback. We're good to go. We're up and running. Hope everybody is doing awesomely well. Yeah, we got potentially some surprise guests coming in today. Don't know if y'all know that or not. Hello, Terry. Let me say hello to everybody. Jason, PK, Terry, John, how you doing? Good morning, Simon, George, what's happening? Whoo, y'all are chatty this morning. Christine, what is happening? Where's your sidekick, man? Is he working today? All is well, Jason. Good to go. Ready for the weekend. Good to go. No feedback, man. We're all systems go. I can't keep up with y'all already. I got like all kinds of messages. Jake, Maddie, boom, in the house. What is happening? There's my man, Rock. I can't trade without Rock. Lucen, hello. All right. Ron, what's happening? Whoo, Ron Holly in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Cam, what's happening? Yes, Jake, marathon weekend, Sunday. Anybody want to go 26.2 with me? I'm ready to rock. I need some rooting on, raising that money for Feed the Children. Hope y'all are able to support us. You know, even if you can throw $5 at the fundraiser for Real Life Trading Foundation, it would be much appreciated. You can go to our website at reallifetrading.com and find the link to put a little donation in. So we are ready to go. Let's get this disclaimer out of the way because we have to do this legally. Make sure everybody understands that trading has its own liabilities and risks associated with it, right? You guys are the ones who are responsible for the decisions that you make while trading, and you're the ones that are pressing the button. So when you're going to press the button, make sure that is you, it's your decision to place a trade, not mine. And as you know, this session is intended for educational purposes only. All right. Got that out of the way. Get off my screen there, Boogaloo. So we're getting a little bit of an inflation report that's not too good a news, apparently. Not double digits, but or single digits at like 0.7%, but we got the market gapping up. So go figure. Who knows what's going on with this crazy market of ours. But anyway, looking like, we're looking to make some all-time highs again, potentially. So we're up right now about 0.75%. So, yep, we'll see. It is a gap and go. I might have missed some of the tickers that you want to throw at us, but let me go over the ones that I found. Really, I looked through about 200 tickers and couldn't find any real super duper gaps that I really, really liked. Costco, we'll look at that in a second, had a little earnings gap, which is pretty nice. Christine says, wish we could be there in person, but we'll be sending our love to all the RLT members who are running. Thank you, Mrs. Fullwood. Appreciate that. Thoughts and prayers would be appreciated. 26 miles is going to be a first. Never done it before, but we're going to rock it. We are going to rock it. There's Ross. Wow, I got Ross in the house. Ross is out here to run the marathon with me and my wife. Him and JL Musso and his wife. I'm going to bring Ross on live with us in a second, but I'm afraid if I turn my speaker on, I think I'm going to get some feedback. So, Ross, stand by. We're live on YouTube. Every time I turn my speaker on, it gets some funky feedback. So, once we get started, I'm going to bring Ross on live. And then when JL gets out of bed, he might even join us too. As you know, it's only 4 o'clock in the morning. The boys and girls flew in just the other day, so they got a little bit of jet lag maybe going on. They're probably, on that California coast time. So, yeah. All right. JL, he is not here. He got out of bed. Woo! We got the legend with us also, ladies and gentlemen. I can't wait now. Woo-hoo-hoo. The two beast modes are in the house. I'm so excited. All right, let's go. Let's get rocking and rolling. Wow, JL, I thought after that visit to Duke's, there's no way you're going to get out of bed at 4 o'clock in the morning. All right, this is going to be fun. We're going to bring on JL and Ross as soon as we get off of YouTube Live here. This is going to be a blast. Can't wait. All right. So let's go. We got cues. We got an inside day gap up along with the SPY. We got the SPY, though. We were clearing yesterday's little bearish candle. So looking good there for launch. Ross's AMD, he's going to be tracking this for us. We got a little bit of gap and go, but Ross, I saw earlier, we were pretty high up on the RSI pre-market. So I know you're going to be watching AMD for us. Today's a free fall day, man. When Ross and JL speak, man, we got to listen. So I'm anxious to hear what they have to say, especially if they spot out some good plays for us. Love. So we got a couple of peculiar gap downs. Love, the Love Boat, the Southwest Airlines. We got a pretty ugly gap down, retest gap down by, I got this as actually should be a little red line. There you go, right there. That's a little bit of support, a little bit, you can see a little bit of support right there. We got Love that's gapping down right down there to support. So don't know what's causing that. Ross is talking about the futures a little bit more. NQ and SPY, I'll be looking for some accumulation and breakouts. Okay, that sounds awesome. Awesome. That would be a big help. We got Moderna, I guess the Omicron or something. I don't know. Not doing too well against the Omicron, or I don't know what the news is here. Anybody got the news on Moderna? Not looking too good right now. We're down. What are we down? Almost 12% on Moderna. So we'll keep an eyeball on that. That's a little bit high. We normally look for our gaps anywhere. What is awesome, anywhere from like 1 something to up to about 10 is what I look for usually to play. Got downgraded. Thank you, Albert. Talking about downgrades and upgrades. There's a whole list on my broker list of upgrades. We'll go look at some of those too real quick. Let me see if I can get that out of the way. Let me see if we got our real life trading. No, we don't have our real life trading trade ideas scanner up this morning. So we need y'all out there looking for these gaps. So anyway, we got that. And then we got the old Nucor Corporation. Thought that was kind of a cute gap off that little hammer yesterday, kind of in a support area-ish. Got a little bit of support going on there. Got a retest. Had some decent volume come in yesterday. So, yep, that is looking good. Costco earnings gap up. Nice little gap and go. So we are going to be tracking the Costco play for sure. Lots of bears, as you can see. Look at this, all this volume going on here on December 9 and December 8. Lots of bearish volume coming in, potentially some bears. Now we're gapping up above the 10, and they're probably doing the freaky deaky dance saying, oh no, oh no. So yeah, we're going to look for a lot of these bears to buy, to close their position and take Costco to the moon. Jason, I looked at both of those and didn't even put either one of them on my write down list. Let's go look at MP. Let's see why I didn't put MP on my watch list. Inside day, not quite all-time high. So yeah, I mean, when we look for gaps in the morning, we like to look for those gaps that clear pivots. So those are our number one priorities, but we got a bunch of bears yesterday. We had to actually retest gap up, and then everybody took them profits, had a bunch of selling off the rest of the day. You can see all that. And now we are gapping back up. So we got inside day. We'll put it on the watch list just to see if we can find any better gaps out there. But I see what you're looking at. Jason PK, JBL, JBL. Why didn't I put Jabal? Oh, maybe because it was, I don't know, all-time high. Probably. Yeah, that's probably why I didn't. Yeah, so I don't usually play all-time highs in the beginner room just because with technical analysis, like to have candles on the left side so you can do some good analysis. So this is a very, like Jason PK says, saucy looking gap up right now, about 5%. We'll go ahead and put this one on the list. Jason, keep an eye on it for us because it is way high right now, up there in that all-time high range. See what the all-time high is. Yep. So make sure that. So 65. So anybody who is looking to buy a swing, probably not going to want to buy up here. They're probably going to, once they probably hit this target, they're probably going to want to sell, like kind of like what we saw on the MP. So we'll keep it, we'll put it on the list for you, Jay. Add to watch list. Keep an eyeball on it for us. And that is a beautiful gap and go. I'll put that baby up here. Jason's going to keep an eye on it for us. Michael Holt, good morning to you. Jason thinks it's more likely to be a gap and crap instead of a gap and go. Probably. Any of these babies that bought in here, this thing gapping up to here, they're probably going to take their profits, and we should see a fade on that bad boy, I would think. Anyway, I don't know what's going on with the Jabil Inc. electronic technology company, but anyway, we'll see what happens. Michael Holt is saying, how about a little bit of Chipotle breakfast this morning? Very nice gap on the Chipotle. Pretty expensive stock. Probably, we'll put it on the list, but probably not going to play it just because it's so dang expensive. A lot of people can't afford that many shares of it, but it is an outstanding gap. Wonder what's going on with Chipotle, Michael. You've been eating a lot of Chipotle down there in Florida. We got, it is gapping right into some little bit of resistance right here. So that's another reason why I'm a little bit weary of it. Let's look at our line charts. So we got a little bit of, looks like a little bit of resistance right there at about 1800, which makes a lot of sense. So I'm thinking it gets in and then we see a fade probably a little bit later, I would think, especially up here about this 100. I think all these bulls right here probably going to want to take some profits maybe. So we'll keep an eye on it. You keep an eyeball on it for us. I'm going to put it on the watch list just because it's so dang expensive, but you watch it, Michael. All right. Joseph, a legendary Muso, says it's a beginning of a wave 2 up. I would set some buy orders at 1688. So exactly along the lines of what I'm talking about. Thank you, JL. So looks like what JL is saying is maybe potentially of a wave 2. So 1, 2 back down, and then 3. So something to keep an eye on for a swing trade for sure. No questions asked there. JL has spoken. Gregory Hill says Piton is gapping down. Yeah, Piton is looking pretty weak, isn't it? Weak sauce. We got Piton just cruising on back down. You can see from, when is that? Back in September-ish? January-ish, I guess, about a year ago. Just kind of been in the cruise mode downward. I was looking at this actually, Greg, at pre-market, and we got this little bit of support here. So that's why I'll put it on my watch list. Don't like things when they're gapping to resistance or support. We can usually find something better, but yeah, this would be potentially an area where we got some buying. Let's check out the volume that came in here. Looks like we had an earnings report. Look at this. It had a negative earnings report. And what was the earnings? Earnings down about 11% from what they were expecting, and revenue was up though. So they had a bunch of buying came in here. So potentially over here, we may see some buying too. So Greg, you keep an eyeball on that for us, will you? Lira in the house all the way from Italy. It is, what time is it in Italy? 4:17 in the afternoon. Lyra's thinking about dinner, what she's going to cook for dinner. She says, let's look at some DocuSign. Probably getting ready to pop the cork on a little bottle of wine, maybe. I don't know. So Miss Lyra, yeah, why has DocuSign just plummeted here in the last couple weeks? So we got really nothing super duper to write home about right now. We got a little bit of bounce here at about 135-ish. Not really any good support. We got a little bit of support here, maybe at 140. I'm not that impressed with the volume yet. You got kind of a battle between the bulls and the bears going on. One would have thunk that on Wednesday, we would have seen more volume than on Monday, but I'll put it on the watch list. Nothing super duper for me. Inside day gap. You keep an eyeball on it for us. And yep, going on the watch list. We got DocuSign. That's just what I'm seeing. All right. Square gapping up, Christine says. I looked at Square this morning, Christine. I look at it every day. A little bit of an inside day gap up. We got a beautiful little gap. That's not a little, that's a huge gap. Got some pressure coming down on the 10, so we got to bust out of there. But on the weekly, we have this 100. So that's looking good. We got about 23.53. So Christine, I use my average to range on Fridays also to check out. All right, we got 23.53 here on the weekly. So let's see what we've gone already. So it looks like we've gone about, what it averages. You can see this last week right here, we went a heck of a lot more than $23. But on these weeks right here, we have a little bit less. So that's why over the 14 days, we're averaging about $23. So it's right about average right now. This December 10 right here at this 205, I have a put sale actually expiring today. So I'm going to put some shares on Square, which I'm just absolutely ecstatic about. So I'm hoping that it does giddy up and go. We're down here at the bottom of this channel. We're here at the bottom of this support. Makes a whole heck of a lot of sense that we should be bouncing. Let's see, we got a 1, 2, potentially, I don't know. This is on the daily, 3, 4, 5, maybe before we go. So let's see if we got anything on the weekly. On the weekly speakly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we may futz around a little bit before we pop, but I'm thinking we pop. I'm going to be selling some covered calls probably later today. I got 12 messages. I can't keep up with y'all, so pardon me while I go slow-mo. It's 4:20 here in Hawaii, and we got about 10 minutes ready to rock. I was looking at NVIDIA too. We'll put the old square on the watch list, Christine. We got NVIDIA. What do we got? NV. Oh, no, is that not NVIDIA? NVMD. NVMD. I think you're talking about NVDA. So NVIDIA, we got that little bit of pop right between that 10 and 20. I usually don't trade things that are right there in that little bit of a no man's place. I call it nowhere's place, something like that. Anyway, it is a nice gap. You saw this beautiful hammer that came in here earlier in the week. And now we're just retesting that gap, little fill of that gap, and potentially punching out of there. I got NVIDIA already on my watch list. Is that 40 night loosened? I looked at it earlier. FTNT, I think. 40 net. 40 night. Yeah, 40 night, Johnny. Oh, it's looking really good now. When I looked at it earlier, it wasn't looking so hot, but yeah, that looking pretty good. Nice little gap and go above the 10, 20, and 50. Thank you, Mr. Lucen. Huh. Let's see what this thing did pre-market. Pre-market, extended hours. There you go. Yeah, we had this little pop in the last couple minutes. So that's pretty interesting on the 40 net. All right, we'll add that, baby. That's a nice little gap and go. Add Johnny Day Trades. Thank you, sir. So that's the kind of gap that we look for here. We're looking for gaps that, especially gap and goes, if they're punching up above a little bit of pivot areas, that's super duper. CVS. CVS got, that's not all-time high, is it on CVS? Guess it is. So yeah, Albert, CVS all-time high. I'm not going to put it on the list, but we put it on the watch list for you. CVS. Again, think probably it may jump up here. I think there was some news on CVS. I don't remember what it is. I'm way far, man, way far behind on the chat list. Maybe JL and Ross, maybe you can help me out on some of these questions. But yeah, big old hunkin' volume yesterday. So we'll see. Look here, we had this exhaustion volume here back in November at all-time high. Don't know if we're going to have that same thing here. We had a bunch of volume come in here, though. This was after a pullback to the 100. Got a bunch of big volume yesterday. So don't know if this is exhaustion volume or what it is, but it's on the watch list, buddy. John, yep. AMD is a gap and go. We looked at that already earlier this morning. Thank you. Steven and his gas plays. It's the Steven Jackson scanner. that's catching Exxon Mobil. It's jamming. All right. We got that looking good. Nice gap, retest gap above a nice pivot. That's beautiful. Thank you very much. Add to Johnny Day Trades. All right. We got about 5 minutes before the market launches. We got, I think this green line probably was a target for us the other day. It's now kind of a little bit of a support area. So that's looking pretty good. I think all the energy minerals and oils are up this morning, if I'm not mistaken. Lucien, if you're looking at Chipotle, be careful. Average volume only 200,000. Thank you, sir. All right. Maui Wowie. Stay away from that Maui Wowie, Ross. All right. Thinking swing on the CVS. Yep. Think you may want to catch it down lower. Buy low, sell high. So Jason said all-time high was about 115. All right. Thank you. All right. Anything else that we need to look at before we get jamming? So we got a bunch of good gap and goes. We got JBL up here just because it's pretty high up there. Actually, we'll pull it down here with the other gap and goes. And we got AMD, of course, is gapping and going. And we got a couple of retests that are gapping down. So that's pretty interesting. I think we might see a buy up on Love here. People might be, because all the other airlines weren't down. I don't know why we had such a big day yesterday down, nice gap down. Now we gap down again. Terry says, how did I manage to get them out of bed? I don't know, man. They were celebrating their vacation. They were doing it up, eating some good chow, having a few delicious drinks. I'm surprised, actually, that they're out of bed myself. I'm proud of you, Ross and JL. Woo! Those guys, they're here for you. They're here for you. So Disney, I also got a put sale that expires January next month, 150 at 150. So we got a little bit of retests. Nothing super duper there, but for me, I don't like when things gap right to where those moving averages are. They usually have a tendency to get hung up there. So we'll put it on the watch list. We got a bunch on the watch list, and we're ready to go. One team, one vision, playing hard. Absolutely. Why need sleep, right? All right, I'm going to depart the pre-market show, and that way I can bring on Ross and JL. All I got to do, though, is figure out how I do that, because this is the very first time Johnny has been on the old live on the YouTube. Let me see if I can. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us this morning in the pre-market show. We're going to end the show and we're going to go live. If you want to join us live and you're not a member of Real Life Trading, please come see us at the website, reallifetrading.com. You can sign up for free. You can take all kinds of classes. And if you ever want to talk to me, you can reach me at Johnny, JONNY, at reallifetrading.com. Until then, and after about 26 miles with me and JL and Ross, we will talk to you guys. Oh, I won't talk to you Monday. We're going to be taking a little vacay on Monday. So you'll have a different moderator, but I'll talk to you all on Friday. Have a great Aloha Friday.